So now we're going to work on the Eames LCW chair. We're going to start with the cube base. So you're going to look at your reference image, and this chair in particular is turned in space. So I'm going to go ahead and start my cube form as if it's turned in space. Now, all the furniture that you draw, it has its root stemmed in some kind of form, but it might not be a perfect cube. It might be a cube, but with a little bit of an angle trimmed off. So you're going to have to think about that. But this one I'm just starting as a cube, but I know the top of it is going to be a lower angle because that's going to be the seat. It's not going to be perfectly level seat, kind of angles downwards a little bit. So you can start off that cube, but then you're looking at the reference image as well, and you're looking at the back of it and the overall height of it, and you're looking at the proportion, width versus the height of it. So when you're looking at the chair that you're drawing, you're going to take the time to observe it a little bit and look if this line is falling. Is it straight up and down? Is it rising? Like where the negative space is, which part is wider than the other. So a lot of drawing in the beginning is learning how to observe. So right now I'm doing the front seat that kind of has a lip and it comes around. And again, like with all of my other sketches, I'm very loose in the beginning. And I have a bunch of stray marks all around the paper. And then as I like it, I'm going to get darker. But right now I'm just kind of, looking at the form, observing, and kind of using my pencil as an extension of my eye. So here is the lip where it kind of comes up and it flips up a little bit. So I'm trying to figure out how that, goes along with the front, how it dips down. So that's going to be a little bit of an offset line there. So you can kind of see that little reveal. And this is under the seat, how it the seat base. So that's going to have a thickness there. So again, see how that's a little bit a darker line because I like that line a little bit more, so I'm going to darken it. So now I'm going to work on the legs and the offset and the curve, and that it has some dimensions. So there's offset lines, and here's the other side. So you can see that I'm still working within the basic box that I had initially drawn, and I'm taking it as my construction line. So it's fine when you're drawing in the beginning to draw those boxes lightly so you can kind of see, okay, this is where I'm going to stay. I'm not going to go beyond that area. So I'm looking at the height of the legs versus the height of the back so that I know that I need to extend my legs so it's longer than I initially had it. So you're gonna do a lot of these little measurement lines so that you can see, okay, what's longer, what's taller. The legs are taller or the back is taller. And you're always doing these little micro checks. And that's why it's important to look at not only the positive space, the legs and the seat, but you look at the negative space. So that's the space between the two legs so that it helps you keep things in proportion and it makes your drawing a lot more accurate. You're going to get really good at observing, and that's when you're good at observing, your drawings will be stronger. So in the beginning I said that it starts off with a cube, but the top is angled, and here's where you can see the angle more clearly. The legs for the back are shorter than the legs in the front because the seat tilts. And so that's why, when you're drawing things, yes, you're going to observe what kind of form you initially want to draw to help keep your drawing in check. But feel free to, trim and manipulate the form because it's not always going to be a perfect oval or a perfect, circle or sphere or cone or cylinder. It's more likely some kind of combination. addition, subtraction, manipulation of all these forms. So, but knowing the 4 basic forms is always good when you start to sketch. All right, so now I'm going to darken the line, especially where the shadow is going to be. So now my chair is really kind of starting to come together. In the beginning with this, all the little sketching, you're just getting to know the forms. But when you are committed to the form, the shape, and the line, the angles, and the slope, you're going to darken it a little bit more. And it just cleans up your silhouette. So it's not just a bunch of construction lines. So now we're going to give it some hatching, define the back a little bit more. Some hatching for the legs, hatching for the inside of the leg. Shadow's going to be hatching for the other leg, some for the seat. So it just looks a little bit more developed. Okay, so now to finish it off, we're going to bring in our paper stump and we're going to start moving all those pencil marks around so that you can get some kind of range. So it's not just white, but still now it starts to look more three-dimensional. When those values are good, you're going to, bring in your eraser and clean up your edges and look at your highlights. Again, this is where you're really going to observe the reference image so that you can get those highlighted edges. All right, so now go ahead and darken where you think it's going to be darker, just so that you can give it some nice level 6 value scale, so it's more interesting. So you've got your whites, or your number 1s, your number 2s, with the help of your paper stump, and then anchor it with some 3, 4, 5, and 6s, and you're all done.